Hello, Candace.
Not you again.
Me again. Remember our last oil change?
Ugh.
Your boyfriend said he knew a guy who knew a guy. None of those guys knew what they were doing, including you, Todd.
Silence your oil change anxiety at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch our experts change your oil right from your car.
Thanks for coming in.
And finish in about 15 minutes. Valvoline. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This episode of Tap and Stepp is presented by Cover Zero Analytics, the leaders in next-level football data. Cover Zero delivers predictive matchup previews, classification-based grading, and customized analysis to football coaches who want more than the same old breakdown of tendencies. With Cover Zero, football coaches now have a tool that can measure all aspects of their team's performance. Cover Zero is built entirely around smarter data analysis, helping thousands of coaches find winning edges that don't always appear in film study. If you're a football coach looking for an extra advantage, Cover Zero invites you to join the hundreds of premier programs that have taken their scouting intel to the next level. Ready to see how the best teams win? Start with Cover Zero Analytics. Find out more at coverzeroanalytics.com. That's coverzeroanalytics.com.
Should I stop again and then just start rolling again?
No.
Okay.
This is perfect, actually.
Me? Perfect?
Tap and Stepp, your premium Texas high school football podcast from your friends at Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. I am the Tep, Greg Tepper.
And I'm the Stepp, Matt Stepp. We're back.
On our first real, well, it's a lot of firsts today. Okay.
Okay.
It's our first of the officially free era. Thanks to Cover Zero Analytics. If you didn't know, Tap and Stepp, the podcast, now free for everybody. Search it in your podcast.
Thank you to our friends at Cover Zero.
Thanks, Cover Zero Analytics.
For providing the free goodness that is Tap and Stepp. Now,
they covered your bill. Like they did the thing where they drove ahead in the drive-through, and they said, "I want to pay for the guy behind me."
Yeah. And we're not the jerks who made a $75 Whataburger order.
55 burgers, 55 price.
Yeah.
So that's us right now.
That's it.
55 burgers, 55.
This is
Large size, large fry, large drink. Extra order onion rings.
This is also the first. This is really, in a lot of ways, the first episode of the 2026 season.
Yes. Yeah, it's the first episode.
Like it feels like coaching school is kind of like the season finale. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And coaching school was like the NFL preseason.
Oh yeah, nobody knows what they're doing.
Yeah, we're just kind of out there, just letting it all hang out, just screwing around and having fun. And now it's week 1 right here. Well, not really, but you know.
This is your Class 2A and Class 1A preview edition of Tap and Stepp. That's right. That's right. We're so pleased that you are with us. We're also pleased to be joined by our intrepid producer, VNA Moreno. Hello, VNA Moreno.
Hi, guys.
VNA Moreno, this is true.
VNA.
We spent
VNA.
about...
You can actually hear me now, not in the last one. You can hear me.
Yeah.
It sounded like you were from the great beyond. It was really...
I was the voice of coaching school.
It was the ghost of Hispanic coaches' socials past. Just like, there was a monkey.
That's exactly how I
Anyway.
maybe it was for the best that I sounded like that.
I thought it was great.
It was great. It added to the ambiance.
It really added to the spooky.
Really added to it.
We've been trying to make this podcast more spooky.
Yeah.
And you really helped.
Now here's my question for you. Because now RIP Freeloader Friday.
RIP Freeloader Friday.
RIP Freeloader Friday. Tap and Stepp Tuesday.
Tap and Stepp Tuesday. That's right.
Tap and Stepp Tuesday.
Lock in.
For tepping and stepping on a Tuesday.
Lock in with your boys.
With your high school football first responders.
It's your 2A and 1A preview edition of Tap and Stepp. We're going to go region by region and talk about Class 1A and Class 2A as we enter the two smallest classifications as we enter the 2026 season. We're very excited about that. But first, Matthew, we will start as we always do with your Texas high school football fun fact of the week, presented, boom, by Cover Zero Analytics.
Boom.
We had Jacob McNeil from Cover Zero Analytics on our most recent episode.
We did.
At Coaching School.
We did. Co-founder of Cover Zero.
And he told a really amazing story about how like Dave Campbell's Texas football helped him, and like he thought of that, it kind of inspired him in a kind of a bank shot way to start Cover Zero Analytics. It kind of got him football crazy in the state of Texas.
We make your football pants go crazy.
And I guess what we just want to say to Cover Zero Analytics is like, you're welcome. Cover Zero Analytics can help take your team to the next level. They've got like the AI client, Chat CZA, where it's basically it's like a football genius that you can ask questions to. And they'll just tell you like,
unfeeling robot who will just tell you how.
It'll be like, establish the run. Beep, boop, borp. Establish the run.
2nd and 1, good down.
Good down.
That's a good down.
Take a shot. Exactly. It's Cover Zero Analytics. By the way, I don't think that's how that works at all.
No, I think it's way more advanced.
Yes. But they can help take your team to the next level. They've got like close to like more than 300 schools that are already like in Texas. They're already
That's
like
crazy. Cover
Cover Zero believers. Are you a true believer? CoverZeroAnalytics.com.
The savior of your football team.
Are you a true believer?
Pledge your life to CoverZeroAnalytics.com. Bask in the warming glow of CoverZeroAnalytics.com.
And if you aren't a Cover Zero client, repent right now.
Repent right now. Thanks, Cover Zero Analytics.
We love you.
And again, we're sorry. Don't send us copy points.
We're sorry.
That's your Texas high school football fun fact of the week. So Kagan Ash at Mount Enterprise had a pretty good year last year.
He was okay.
He was okay.
Yeah, he was all right.
He ran for a state record 4,562 yards. He led, this is not going to surprise anybody, he led the state of Texas in rushing. Is that stunning to anybody,
No.
considering he set the all-time record for both career and single season?
No.
Okay. So,
Those are numbers.
Matt Stepp, prior to Kagan Ash, who was the last Class 2A player to lead the state in rushing in a season? Before Kagan Ash, who was what was the last time a Class 2A player was the state's leading rusher? Normal caveats apply, UIL 11, man.
Okay. I'm going to guess Traylon Shed at Cayuga, but I almost feel like they were at the time 1A because of the class switch.
I will tell you, it is since the class switch. So, like, it is in the 6A era. So, formerly 1A,
Okay,
now
so it's
2A.
not
Yes,
Traylon
it is
Shed.
not Traylon Shed. I'll give you one more guess. By the way, speaking of Traylons, I saw Traylon Sewell. Remember him from College Station? He's playing for, because I did the Lone Star Conference Media Day today. I think he's on UT Permian Basin.
Nice.
He's killing it.
They had a great team. UT Permian Basin was an excellent
Chris
division
Softly is the new coach there.
Former
from
Lubbock Christian head coach. Yeah.
Anyway.
2A player since the 6A split. State in rushing. Man.
Pretty good one. I told you I was going to get in the lab.
Yeah. Was it Rashad Paul?
It was not Rashad Paul.
Okay. Dang it.
This goes in the Tepper win column. Matt Stepp. The answer was in 2019 when a gentleman from Hawley High School named Colton Marshall ran for 3,501 yards.
Good
led
season.
the state in rushing. The next highest was Aaron Dumas at El Paso Americas, who ran for 3,184 that year. So he won the rushing record by like 300 yards.
Yeah.
So Colton Marshall. Let's
you go.
remember some guys. Colton Marshall. Good player. Good
You know
player.
who else Deontay Ramon from that team. Remember Deontay Ramon?
He was huge.
Yeah.
He's like very, very like long.
Yeah.
Like that's the word that I would use for Deontay Ramon. Like watching him run is just like taking these long, like Slender Man, taking these long straps. Anyway, there it is, your Texas high school football fun fact of the week. All right, Matthew, it's time to break down Class 1A. This is 6-man football. And for those who don't know, Matt Stepp, not a 1A guy.
Nope.
Just not his thing. That's okay.
I'll chime in here and there just to
Yeah.
give you a break from talking. But
I appreciate it. So I'm going to do a lot of heavy lifting on the 1A preview. But 1A, and here's the other thing that we have to do for the 1A preview that we won't have to do for any other classification. I got to open up this bad boy, and I'll tell you why. This is the 2026 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football, TexasFootball.com/subscribe. And it's because
in stores now.
It's because in stores now and text you can buy it on.
Can you buy it
our
online now?
store? Yeah,
Okay.
Texas
We
Football.
want you to subscribe. Please subscribe.
Stored at texasfootball.com, I think.
You
Or
can also buy
texasfootball.com/store.
individual. If you want to buy extra magazines online.
And here's why. Because Matt Stepp, there was so much movement in the 1A ranks. Like, this is, if you are asking me, like, the putting together the magazine, there's always one or two parts of the magazine each year that make me tear my hair out. But it rotates. It's never like the same thing all the time. Like, there have been years where the 3A preview was just like a disaster. 1A this year, holy cow. There was just so much movement. And so we are going to start in class in division 1A Division 2, the smallest classification, where at the top of the rankings, you will see the Cherokee Indians get the number 1 ranking with 3 stars back on both sides of the ball. I will tell you this about Cherokee, and I'll tell you this about 1A Division 2. Nobody knows. Absolutely nobody knows. Because the reigning state champs in 1A Division 2, you may remember, were the Jayton Jaybirds, back-to-back state champs. Well, guess what?
They graduated.
Boop, boop, and up to 1A Division 1.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So, 1A Division 2 is kind of like, who
Shrug
wants...
emoji. Big shrug emoji.
But here's the thing. It was going to be Benjamin. I'll just tell you the truth. Benjamin was, up until about May 1, was our pick to be the number 1 team in the state. That's because they had superstar spread back in Keegan Hayes. Well, guess what? And by the way, he's also our cover boy. Well, guess what?
Was he transferred? But was this the cover boy article written before or after he transferred?
We got the right information in, and actually, I kind of broke this news to some people because it didn't kind of get around.
Tep bomb.
Nathan Hayes, who was the head coach at Benjamin, is also a very good basketball coach.
Okay.
And he took the head basketball job at Gordon, the 3-time defending 1A Division 1 state champs.
Okay.
And so now Keegan Hayes, the best player in 1A Division 2, is moving over to 1A Division 1. So, look, we have no idea. I'm just going to be honest. Like, we have no idea.
Well, the fact that you have Cherokee, who brings 3 and 3, which 3 and 3 back is the 11-man equivalent to like 6 and 6 back.
Yes.
Good. It's good, but it's not great.
So here's the other thing. Do you know who is going to be number 2?
No.
Richland Springs. And again, you've heard of Richland Springs.
I've heard of Richland Springs.
The most decorated program in 6-man football. They were going to be number 2. Well, in May, Cohen Etheridge moves to Menard.
Okay.
And so now we're like, okay, so we have to like go back to the lab and figure things out.
That's transfer portal.
That's
transfer portal.
That's how Cherokee became the number 1 team in the state.
Okay.
We moved things around.
Cherokee's not far from Llano, is it?
It's not far from Atlanta.
Okay.
Cherokee with Uriah Valdez and company, they're the number 1 team in the state. But I'm going to be honest. I don't think anybody has any idea what to expect in 1A Division 2. This is the most unpredictable bracket. The most unpredictable thing. Our top 5 we landed on were Cherokee, Motley County, Benjamin, Richland Springs, Strong.
Okay.
Pick a card, any card. It's wild. Okay.
I may lean Strong just for Mary's chicken fried steak.
That's not a bad move. Okay, so 1A Division 2, and I'm sorry, 1A Division 2 Region 1. And again, remember, you throw in a realignment year too. It's just, oh my God, my head was exploding when I was going through this. Okay. I do feel pretty good about Region 1. Motley County feels like the team to beat in Region 1. This is a team that last year made to the regional final, lost to Klondike. Klondike also moved up to 1A Division 1, so they don't have to worry about them. This is a team that brings back 8 starters, including Cully Lawrence. I think they're the team to beat. I do think they're in a tough district. They're with Paducah and Turkey Valley in District 2. McLean, actually...
Turkey Valley state champs in basketball.
McLean is kind of one of my sleepers here. This is a team that had an ugly record last year, 3-7, right? But they bring back 10 starters. They only graduated 1 guy from last year's team. I like this McLean team. I think they've got an opportunity to make some noise.
Have they been a contender since when Clint Lemon was the coach and they had that...
They've been kind of up and down. They've had some moments, but not when they had... Oh, God, what was the name of the grizzly bear they put in pads? Ben Crockett.
Yeah, Ben Crockett.
Shout out Ben Crockett. Yeah. Let's remember some guys. Okay, so that's Region 1. Region 2 is where things go crazy town banana pants, okay?
All right.
That's where Richland Springs is. That's where Cherokee is, who's like their arch rival, right? Also of note, those 2 teams were in Region 4 last year. So they swung all the way over to Region 2 because they're kind of in that greater central Texas area, kind of the big middle. So they swing over to Region 2. They will also be joined. I want you to consider this. So Richland Springs and Cherokee, who were in Region 4 last year, are now in the same region as Balmorhea. And if anybody knows where Balmorhea is, that's way out west. Way out west. But we like Balmorhea. Richland Springs, I think it really kind of depends on how much they have besides, obviously, Cohen Etheridge. Billy Perry is a star for them. This Cherokee team we talked about, Uriah Valdez, they feel like a team that could be ready to get over the hump, but it's just like they felt like they had the most boring offseason. Balmorhea is interesting again. Balmorhea is a team that brings back 5 starters from a 10-win team a year ago. And they've obviously got great tradition as well. Keep an eye as well on Grand Falls Royalty, another team that starts the year in the top 10.
Another team way out west. I've driven through Grand Falls.
Yeah, another team way out west.
It's kind of south of Monahans.
But Realignment did a real number on Region 2. Over to Region 3, where again you've got teams. Benjamin was a Region 2 team last year, swung over to Region 3. What the heck do they do? Like they lost Keegan Hayes, the best player in 6-man football, like plain and simple this year. They lose him, and they lose their head coach. What do things look like outside of him? We still like them enough with guys like Everett Cates to be the early favorite, but Strawn is right there. Strawn was straight up back last year. I mean, they went 12-2, made it to the regional final, state semifinal. They won the region last year, ended up losing to Richland Springs in the state semifinal. They bring back 5 starters. That's a team that we've got really high expectations for. The great Dwayne Lee.
Okay, that's Dwayne Lee still the coach there?
Dwayne Lee's still the coach and a baller. That is a team that we've got our eye on as well. If you're looking for another team, that kind of triumvirate in District 12 between Zephyr, Blanket, and Justine will be a lot of fun. That is a real kind of take your pick type team. Okay. Over to Region 4. Region 4 feels like if there is a clear favorite, it's probably Oakwood. Oakwood, remember, they were super surprising state finalists in 2024. Had a decent step back this past year, but they bring back half their team from last year's team, including Dayton Velasquez, who is a real breakout star for them. They're going to be very quick. I think they're the team to beat, but within their own district is Mount Calm. Mount Calm was a team that last year went 8-3. They bring back about a little more than half their starters as well. They're going to be really fast. I think that is probably your regional title matchup, just because I think Region 4, a lot of the teams I think Region 4 is probably the weakest of the regions. Although a team like Runge dropping down is a team that I've got my eye on as well. Again, real sleeper.
Runge was playing 11-man football not that long ago.
Now they're 1A Division 2. They've dropped down. They've dropped pretty significantly, but they bring back 10 starters from a team that went 8-3 last year. So if you're looking for my regional picks and state championship pick, and again, I'm telling you guys, feels like I should almost say non-binding because I just have no idea in 1A Division 2 because there's so much movement. I'm gonna go with Motley County in Region 1. I'm gonna go with Cherokee in Region 2 because they're the number 1 team. But I also wonder, since we've put out the magazine, I also wonder if we just they were the most stable, and so we just kind of kept moving them up. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Richland Springs or Balmorhea, but I'm going to go with Cherokee. I'll go with Strawn in Region 3, and I'll go with Oakwood in Region 4. And then in a title game, give me Strawn over Cherokee.
State championship goes back to Palo Pinto County.
I think this is I think 1A Division 2. We had to start with this one, of course.
The mystery box.
It's the most mysterious that we'll do all year. So that's 1A Division 2. On to 1A Division 1, where things are more calm, but also their own kind of brand of crazy. Okay. So
Gordon,
you've got Gordon, and no lie.
The most dominant team for their weight class the past 3 years.
Pound for pound the best football team in Texas.
Yeah.
The past certainly last year. You can make the argument each of the last 3 years.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, they bring back a grand total of 0 starters. They graduated the house.
Yes. So generational senior class.
They had 2 FBS guys
Yeah.
on their Like they
thumped Thorndale, who was a 2A Division I second-round playoff.
Yeah, they
team.
won a playoff game in 2A, and they beat them bad.
Yeah.
That Gordon team, and they have been the team of record in 1A Division I. So how? And the question is, now you're a math guy. You work for a bank.
Mm-hmm.
You're a math guy. What do you do when you've got a team that has been dominant?
Mm-hmm.
They lose everyone. But then they add in our estimation, the best player in six-man football in Keegan Hayes moving in from Benjamin. They are, like, the conversation has to start with Gordon, but, like, no idea.
But if they brought back a little bit around him,
Right.
I think, because really, in essence, what you have is Gordon has one returning starter on both sides of the ball, and it's the kid who moved in from Benjamin, right? So, yeah, that one player is really good. They still are going to be very young, inexperienced at other positions, and that, and six-man, that's magnified even more because there's fewer players to begin with.
That's not even to mention that 1A Division I also has the team that has won the last 2 Division II titles in Jayton, who brings back half their team from last year's team.
Yeah, they lost a good senior class. I remember those guys are playing basketball, and I remember seeing a lot of those guys on the basketball court, but they bring back at least a little bit.
But I'll tell you, neither of those teams are number 1.
Okay.
In fact, neither of those teams are number 2.
Okay.
Our number 2 team is Union Hill. Union Hill,
East Texas.
out in Gilmer, not necessarily like East Texas is not a 6-man like.
No, I can't remember the last. It's been a while since East Texas. I mean, I don't follow 6-man closely. Like I remember when Trinidad won state in 6-man when they had Damian Jackson because he played at Trinity Valley, but there hasn't been a lot of East Texas 6-man champions.
They've got EJ Mowery. He's the star. But the team we have number 1 is the team that came up short in the state championship game last year. That's Rankin. Rankin brings back 8 starters from last year's team, a team that played for a state championship and just ran into, in our estimation, like the best 6-man football team of all time. Like, so we like this Rankin team. Matthew Ramos leads a real veteran team that's, I think, hungry to prove that they are back. Okay, so over to Region 1.
I've driven through Rankin once.
I just like these. I like talking 6-man because you just get like drop-in step. Okay, so
just north of McCamey.
1A Division 1 or Region 1, you've got Jayton leading the way, and of course, team that won the last 2 state championships. What's interesting, they won them in Region 2 out of Region 1. They will be in Region 2. They will be in Region 1 this year. I think that they are the clear favorite in my estimation in District 4 over teams like Hermleigh and Aspermont. Things get really interesting in District 2, where you've got both Whiteface and Newcastle, I think, fighting it out for an opportunity to be probably the chief challenger to Jayton. I think that that's kind of the way that it works. Right now, we like Whiteface. They bring back every starter from last year's team. They bring back 6 starters on both sides of the ball from a team that won 10 games and played in a regional final last year and lost to Rankin. So they won't have to deal with Rankin this year because they swung because Rankin moved over to Region 2. We'll get to them in a moment. So like it's Jayton, and if it's not Jayton in my estimation, it's either Whiteface or Nazareth. My early pick there would be Whiteface. Over to Region 2, that's where Rankin ends up sliding. They slide from Region 1 to Region 2. I think that they got thrown into the absolute gauntlet here because they would be, in my estimation, I'm not saying you dealing with Jayton would have been a whole mess of fun, but by getting put in Region 2, they have to deal with Borden County, who starts the year number 8 or number 6 in our rankings. They have to deal with Klondike, a team that starts the year number 9 in our rankings. They have to deal with Sands, a team that starts the year number 11 in our rankings. They have to deal with Water Valley, one of the number 14. They have to deal with Menard, which is a team that just got Cohen Etheridge on there. They start the year number 13 in our rankings. They have to deal with Westbrook. Westbrook's number 21 in our rankings. They have to deal with Sterling City, number 23. Region 2 is absolutely loaded. And so for Rankin, if they can make it out of their region, they are the favorite. But that is a big if, especially, boy, let me tell you something. District 5 in 1A Division 1 is one of the most stacked districts I've ever seen. Remember, only 2 teams make the playoffs here. You have number 6 Borden County, number 9 Klondike, number 11 Sands, all in the same district. You will have a top 11 team miss the playoffs. That will happen. It's absolutely loaded. That is the power nexus of 1A Division 1. Over in Region 3, where I do think that Gordon probably got a pretty decent draw. For a team that is moving around, they move from Region 4 to Region 3. They will deal with, it's kind of a makeshift district where it's teams from all over different regions. Newcastle, May, Milford. But even though I think they may take some lumps early just because they're going to be so young, but I think they're the pretty clear favorite in their region. That matchup late in the season with May will be the real money matchup. But May is also a team that lost all of their starters as well, so they're kind of starting from the same spot. I look at Gordon, and right now, 3-time defending state champs, even though losing their players, having Keegan Hayes in the mix and having that coaching staff, I think will provide them as the favorite in Region 3. In Region 4, we talk about Union Hill. I really like this Union Hill team. I think that they also got put in a region that I think they can make some hay in. This Union Hill team is going to be able to score. Their quarterback, E.J. Mowery, is an absolute stud. They will have to get by Aquila with the superstar T.J. Hennig, who's one of my very favorite players in six-man football. This is a team that went 12-1 last year. Oglesby will be in the mix as well. And then you have Medina as a team that I think is kind of a sleeper here. They start the year number 15. Love what they have with Davis Peterson with 11 starters back. The thing about that, though, is the way that realignment worked, the guys that I just listed, all in different districts. Union Hill, Aquila, Oglesby, and Medina are in 13, 14, 15, and 16 respectively. So I think we're going to have
more regional
Yeah.
mix there too, because you've got kind of West Texas, East Texas,
a little central, yeah.
and then Medina is
Yeah.
kind of South Texas.
So I would say we're going to have some real kick-ass area round matchups in Region 4, and then we'll kind of have the Battle Royale. Right now, I like Union Hill from the beginning. So if you're asking me for my regional picks, in Region 1, I'm going to go with Jayton. Region 2, I am going to stick with Rankin, although that is by far the toughest road they'll have to do. Region 3, I'm going to stick with Gordon. And then Region 4, I'll go with Union Hill. And in the state championship game, I think that Rankin gets a little bit of revenge. Give me Rankin over Gordon in a state championship game. So there it is, your Class 1A preview, courtesy of your friends at Tep and Stepp.
Courtesy of Tep.
Mostly.
Tep.
So now I can close this actually because I kind of like that. I'm telling you, man, the 1A preview this year, the 1A section, was one of the craziest experiences of my life. Okay, talk a little 11-man ball. Let's go to 2A Division 2. And you may remember last year that the champions of 2A Division 2. Do you remember who won the 2A Division 2 championship?
I mean, the Munster Hornets.
The Munster Hornets. Munster Hornets. So certainly they're your team, your pick to win the 2A Division 2 state championship again this year.
No.
Okay. Well,
they're not even in 2A Division 2 anymore.
Well, that's weird. Okay.
They're not listed. They're not listed.
Okay. Then Well, who's the team they beat in the state championship?
Shiner Comanches.
Shiner. So then certainly Shiner is your pick to.
No. They're not in 2A Division 2. They didn't disband their program, but they're not in 2A Division 2.
2A Division 2 got quite a top-level facelift and realignment. And I think my overall take on 2A Division 2 is if you slept between the end of last football season and now, you got a lot of catching up to do.
A lot of changes.
Because 2A Division 2 has an entirely new look this year, which I think is going to give it a really fun.
Shake it up a little bit.
It's going to shake things up.
Yeah, shake it up.
Because I also think that
Munster and Shiner the last 2 years have completely dominated this classification, so I like it. It's changed some things up.
And what I think is going to be really fascinating to me is that it's also going to make it so that different parts of the state are going to be highly, highly, highly relevant in 2A Division 2 that we haven't talked about in a minute.
Sure.
And that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's start with Region 1. 2A Division 2, Region 1. And that is where you will find, according to those dum-dums at Dave Campbell's Texas Football, the number 1 team in the state. Is that correct? Or did we change things?
I think we did.
Ooh, hold on. Now I got to.
There was some transfer action.
There were some moves. So if you didn't know, the team that I'll just tell you, we did have ranked as the number 1 team in the state was the Stratford Elks. And I want to be really clear. I think Stratford's going to be really, really good. However, there was some late movement that necessitated some movement of our rankings.
Two of their better players transferred. One of them transferred to a very good team inside of the region, who we'll talk about, Chase Lantanelme, and who was Stratford's quarterback. So, and there was another player, KLC texted me, another player transferred. I can't remember off the top of my head. They lost two. At this level, when you lose two key players like that, that really hurts. Now, Stratford's going to be fine. Darius Jones is a outstanding receiver, but I'm going to tell you, Tepper, I don't think Stratford wins their own district.
Are you Groover-pilled?
I am going to lean to the Groover Greyhounds. And here's the other thing. In this district, you've got a Division I semifinalist dropping down into this district in Stinnett, West Texas. Now, West Texas High graduated the house, and they have a coaching change. But they're battle-tested. They're still going to be a problem. 1-2A Division II is a really, really good district up there in the Panhandle.
I think it's the District of Doom, certainly. That is going to be really fun. There's also another team we need to talk about, and probably the most interesting team in this region now, which is Ropes.
Yes.
So, Ropes, before changes, we thought it was going to be pretty good.
Yeah, they brought back, I think, half their starters from a team that was, they're 10-3 last year, 11-2.
Zayden Pittman.
District MVP.
Yeah, got some dudes.
But then you add, and they have Javith Cruz, linebacker, really, really good. Then you add in the quarterback and Chase Lantanelme from Stratford. Folks, Ropes is going to be a problem this year.
Yeah.
I think right now, and I'm going to tip my hand here, they're my regional pick. I think Ropes is the team to beat in Region 1. The rest of the district, Seagraves, Sudan, Ropes is going to run roughshod through District 2. I'll be surprised if any game is within 3 touchdowns in the district.
They're going to be really, really good, and that's the other interesting team, and it's a team we've talked about at length before, but I do think that they are back in a big way, is Wink.
Yes.
Wink brings back 18 starters from a team that went 9-3, won their district last year. They were very, very young last year. And they bring back, including Kamid Fashawn is his name.
Yes.
I believe it's how it's
Fashawn.
He's Cajun. He's like from the Bayou, I think. From the Bayou.
Yeah.
Found his way to Wink.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Whole lot of water and trees in Louisiana. Not much water and trees.
Also Wink.
Yeah.
But that's a team that I'm really interested in, and and in their realignment, I think they got a pretty decent draw.
100%. If Wink's going to do it, it's this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been knocking on the door, 10-win seasons for a while, 3rd, 4th round here and there. A little bit short last year. You know, they ran into Groover in the area playoffs, and Groover ended up winning the region. It's now or never for Wink. Like, it's not lining up better. Region 1's still tough.
Yeah.
But it's not insurmountable. There's not a team that in Region 1 they're like, that's it's going to take a big upset for that team to get beat.
I mean, it's
there for them.
I just think Region 1 is loaded. Absolutely.
A lot of good teams,
loaded.
but there's no one that stands above
Correct.
the field. There's no prohibitive favorite.
There's about 5, at least 4, maybe 5 teams, depending on your opinion of Stinnett West Texas.
Yeah, I'd say 4 or 5 teams.
4 or 5 teams.
You got the 2 teams in District 1, Groover, Stratford. You got Ropes, and you got Wink. And then West Texas High is kind of that fringy team.
Yeah. Okay, so over to Region 2. Where this is, it's one that's, I think, a little hard to wrap your hands around because it kind of depends on what you value here. I think there's this is where everyone is just happy Munster's gone, right? Because Munster's dominated Region 2 the last couple of years. They are, but also of note, like, it was kind of a clear out of a lot of contenders. Like, for example, Lindsay's gone. Lindsay moved up to 2A Division 1.
They go to 2A Division 1
or
Region 3.
They moved over to Region 3. I apologize.
Which was another wild alignment.
Strange realignment one. So a lot of the teams that I think you've got 3 teams that were kind of waiting for Munster or Lindsay to leave, specifically Albany, Windthorst, and Wellington, and then you've got a team kind of crashing in from region, dropping down in Crawford that really fascinates me this year as well.
Well, that District 8, kind of really shakes up the regional outlook in Region 2 because you've got Mart and Crawford. And Mart, by their standards, struggled some last year. I think they're going to be better this year.
Still won 2 playoff games.
Yeah, struggling.
Yeah,
but they still have a good base. Coach Chris Lancaster is back in his second year. I think they're going to be much improved. I'll tell you what, when I look at this region as a whole, my eyes zoom right in on District 7.
Yeah.
I think District 7 is an absolute meat grinder. You've got Albany. Guys, Goldthwaite is going to be really good. We saw it at 7-on-7. They were good in real football last year. They bring back a lot.
19 starters back from a team that was 8-4, but was trending upwards.
19 starters from an 8-4 ball club. Then you got Stanford, who was in a Division I state title game just 2 years ago. And at Hamlin, I got Hamlin 4th. They're not a bad football team. They're just in the wrong district. District 7 is those bi-district matchups between District 7 and District 8 are going to be fantastic. You don't get those kind of bi-district matchups in 2A Division II typically, and we're going to get it with these two districts.
District 6 is where Windthorst lives.
Yeah.
Love Brock Belcher.
4-year starter. When Windthorst has got a Belcher, watch out.
Yeah, they're going to be a team.
I think they're the clear favorite in District 6.
And then District 5, you've got, I think Wellington kind of clears the field, depending on what you think of Wheeler. Wheeler's fascinating to me because last year, 10-2, really fantastic year. Bring back a decent amount. Can they do it again?
They graduated kind of their key guy last year. He got hurt like in week 11, and they were really limited offensively in the playoffs. Quanah was kind of a neat surprise last year. I think Wellington Callan-Kane at quarterback is still the team to beat.
Yeah, I would say so. But Region 2 is very, very interesting. Oh,
sorry.
You all right?
I don't have a cough button.
Yeah, we don't.
Sorry.
Not in this studio. Okay.
What are we
It's
doing,
okay.
Adam? Can we edit that out? No, we can't.
Over to Region 3. Over to Region 3.
Just choked up about Quanah.
Over to Region 3, which is okay. I guess the way that I would describe Region 3 this year in realignment is it's almost as if I would compare it to the last realignments 2A Division 1 Region 2. In that somebody's going to win it. It's kind of a weird collection of teams that I don't think there's one team that stands head and shoulders better than others. Maybe one, but I don't know. I could, if it's not Collinsville, I'll just say it. If it's not Collinsville, then it gets into this weird meat grinder where it's kind of like who wants it.
Well, District 11 is
yes.
District 11 is the power. You have District 7 and District 2, Region 2, Region 3. It's District 11.
Yes.
District 11 is the fireworks factory. You've got last year's regional champion Mountain Enterprise, who I picked them 6th in district.
I mean, that's the thing.
They lost their coach and they lost Kagan Ash.
And without, that's the thing. At this level, at 2A Division
huge.
2, it's okay, if you get hit hard by graduation, it can just decimate you. We just have no idea what to expect from Mount Enterprise.
I think Overton is going to be really good. They were a doormat not that long ago in East Texas. They have been a force. I think they finished 4th last year, but even though they finished 4th, they went to the 3rd round of the playoffs. They bring a lot back. Folks, watch out for the Alto Yellow Jackets. Former Mount Enterprise head coach Scott Ponder moves from Mount Enterprise over to Alto in a move that kind of ruffled some feathers in that part of the state. Scott Ponder don't care about that, though. Trust me. He's got Alto. Alto was young. They are very, very talented. The reports are that Alto is back with a capital B. They are going to be really good. Grapeland's been good.
Yep.
Terry Ward's back at Tenaha. When Terry Ward's at Tenaha, they typically have some success. They were unusually bad last year.
I saw, speaking of which, I saw Reginald Davis at the Texas Social THSCA. So, you were exactly right. When they've got Terry Ward on the sideline,
they typically do well.
They've also got so that's District 11. I totally agree with you. That's going to be kind of the power nexus. The top of District 9 is going to be great because you've got two teams in Collinsville and Lindsay
know each other really well.
Very well. They had
twice last year.
Absolute battle in the regional semi Thanksgiving weekend, I want to say.
Yeah, third round. Lindsay set up Kraut Bowl 2 last year with Lindsay beating Collinsville.
Yeah.
The thing is, Collinsville beat Lindsay pretty bad in the regular season.
So they know each other really well. Collinsville's probably your favorite in that one, but they just know each other well. The team from outside of those districts that I would like to buy a small modicum of stock in, can I interest you in some West Sabine? I'm interested in West Sabine. 8 starters on either side of the ball. a team that I think had won a district championship last year for the first time in what felt like quite a while.
So they're a tough by-district matchup with District 11.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Is can they get out of, because they won the district championship and they lost in the first round of the playoffs last year to Overton. Can they get past that? But that's a team that I have some hopes for. I think West Sabine's a sleeper.
District 10, I think, is really a two-horse race between Maud and Clarksville. I'm a big Thavis Miller believer there at Clarksville. I think he's going to do some great things there. If you're looking for one of those real deep, like crazy sleepers, okay,
Here we go.
Big Sandy.
Okay, a team that went 0-10 last year.
Correct. They're dropping down from division. They were playing Wascom, Elysian Fields, those types of teams. They're not playing those types of – all due respect to District 10, but they're not playing those kind of teams anymore. I think Big Sandy is like your hipster kind of – if you're looking for a hipster pick off the radar, not to win the region or anything, but to get into the playoffs, which for them would be huge.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out for Big Sandy.
Okay.
I got to cough again.
Good job, Vianney. Vianney hit the cough button.
I got you. No more mic for you.
Oh. Now you cut me off.
There you
What?
Yeah, sorry
What
about
did
that.
I do? Over to Region 4.
Just choked up about the Big Sandy Wildcats.
And Region 4 is a team without a regional champion, of course. Another region where they were personally victimized by one team. Shiner kind of ran roughshod.
Shiner made a quick little 2-year drop into Division 2 and proceeded to dominate.
But what's so interesting to me is that like Shiner moves up, and teams like Junction and teams like Falls City and teams like La Villa are so thrilled that they're gone, right? And all the UIL does is import 2 of the strongest Region 3 teams in there, including our number 1 team in the magazine, the Bremond Tigers. Buddy,
Kasowski at quarterback.
it might be a Bremond year.
Tyreek Scott at running back.
They're loaded.
If it wasn't for Shiner, I think Bremond's probably playing in back-to-back state championship games.
Well, maybe, but they didn't
I guess
lose
they
to Shiner.
No, not last year. Lost to Mount Enterprise.
Lost to Mount Enterprise.
Yeah,
They got Mount Enterprise. They got Kagan
2 years
Ash.
ago, they
Yes,
would have been.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think Bremond, and then man Chilton, Marnico Thomas Jr.
Oh, yeah.
he Chilton is super fast. Athletes all over the field. They've been really good. They just haven't been able to get over the hump. The path is there for them because you talked about Junction and Falls City. They graduated pretty heavy. Both of those teams graduated heavy. Falls City's got a new coach. Junction lost a really, really good senior class. So I think the door is open for Bremond or Chilton to kind of walk through that and make a run to the semifinals.
By the way, District 13 is very clearly the best district in here
Yeah,
because you've got
Burton at third.
Thank you. You got Burton. Like Burton's a team that you don't have to go back very far to remember when they were like a regional like.
They've had Division
contender.
I guys come out of there.
Yes.
D. Winters, TCU,
Yeah.
great, and he's playing for the Cowboys now.
I like
They bring back 7 on both sides of the ball.
I like Bremond here, but that matchup, it wouldn't be surprised if we saw Bremond Chilton twice, right?
Not at all.
Like that, they feel like the teams to beat there in Region 4. All right, Matt Stepp, it's time to go on record.
Let's do it.
This is binding here on July 23rd when we record this. Matt Stepp, give me your regional picks and your state championship pick for 2A Division 2.
Region 1, I got Ropes over Wink.
Okay.
Region 2, I have Windthorst over Albany.
Oh, you're a Belcher boy.
I am. Region 3, I have Collinsville over Alto.
Okay.
I've been Alto pilled.
You have been Alto pilled.
Region 4, I have Bremond over Chilton.
Okay. So we will get it twice. Yeah.
In the state championship game, I've got Ropes versus Bremond.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Two teams that have never thought of each other.
Probably.
Like not even once.
And I'm going to go with the Bremond Tigers to take the state title back to is Bremond Central Texas or Brazos Valley? They're like right on that line of Brazos Valley, Central Texas. Bremond. That's my pick to win state.
I am going to go with man, Region 1 is such a freaking who knows. I think I'm gonna go with Wink. I think Wink's winning Region 1.
Okay.
I like Wink in Region 1.
Okay.
But Ropes, Groover, Stratford, all of them. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me if Stratford still won it. Like even
No.
without Lantlemy and the guys they lost. I was surprised. I'm gonna go with Wink in Region 1. I'm going to go with Albany in Region 2. I'm just going to ride with Denny Faith.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Lindsay in Region 3.
Okay.
I like
Casey
Lindsay in Region
Jones.
3. I'm a
We
Casey
saw
Jones
Lindsay
guy.
play last year.
In Region 4, I'm going to go with Bremond. And the state championship game, give me Wink and Bremond.
Hell yeah.
And
for that.
I'll go with Bremond
Okay.
over Wink in the title. That'll be a fun title game.
It's always fun when the far West Texas teams go.
Yeah,
It's just-
that'll
it's
be
just
fun. All right, so there's 2A Division 2. On to 2A Division 1, and then we promise to stop talking for today. 2A Division 1. It's the land of just like every possible state champion you could possibly want.
Mhm.
Like they're all here. All your favorites.
Except for last year's state champion.
Except for last year's state champion. Because Matt Stepp, could you remind the audience who won the 2A Division 1 state championship last year?
That would be the official team of Tep and Stepp, the Hamilton Bulldogs.
That's right, baby.
Yep.
They got the Tep and Step bump.
Who's ready to go to Pound Town?
That's right.
Who loves Pound Town?
Exactly.
Hamilton.
Hamilton loves Pound
Should
Town.
have worn my Pound Town button.
You should have worn your Pound Town button.
Pound Town, baby.
Hamilton wins the state championship, the official team of Tep and Step.
We ate at Storms, and they've gone.
And then suddenly,
they've become a state power.
to be clear, to reset for people who haven't been listening to Tep and Step for years.
Wondering why? What?
2 years ago, Matt Stepp and I went to Hamilton to watch what can only be described as an entirely random high school football game.
Yep.
It was Winters versus Frost in the Ice Bowl, and we were like, love a bit. Opening Thursday night of the year.
We ate it. We drove
at
through.
Storms.
You read the local newspaper.
I did.
It had a full report on Hamilton scrimmage.
I did. And they looked, and you know what? Whoever that writer was telling the truth because they looked pretty good. And then,
Journalist with a capital J.
then Hamilton had an awesome 2024.
It went 14-1.
In the middle of that run, we adopted them as the official team of Tep and Step, and then the next year they won the title. It could be you.
It could be Hamilton, but it also could be us.
Could be
Nobody
us.
knows.
Who knows? Anyway, they're gone. And now, what I think is so fascinating is you look up and down these rankings, and you have got teams that have either won or been in a title game very recently. Off the top of my head, Ganado, Shiner, Joaquin. Not a long time ago that Cisco and Mason were in title games. Munster, of course, Post was in title games. Hawley, Refugio. It is a ton of teams that have championship pedigree.
2A Division 1 is loaded.
It's loaded this
Whoever
year.
does the state rankings this year on our staff is going to have some fun with 2A Division 1.
This is fascinating, and region, of course, realignment gave it a whole new look and a whole new kind of moving things around. But at the top of our rankings, for now, the Ganado Indians.
I think that's fair.
That's who we went with. Loaded from last year's team.
They were young last year.
They got 18 starters back. We talked with Josh Irvin at coaching school. He is. Here's the thing about Josh Irvin. Josh Irvin, I don't want to accuse of being a sandbagger, but he is a guy who, when he likes his team, he's not going to be effusive in his praise.
He's a humble guy.
Humble's a good way
I
to
like
say
him
it.
a lot.
He's a good
awesome.
dude. Well, good dude. He is a guy who I think doesn't want to get out over his skis. He's not braggadocious.
No, it's not
about his
style.
team.
But
But
I think he's confident.
I'll be braggadocious. I think Ganado's going to be really good.
Logan Burris, who is AKA Smoke, he can do it all. He's their Swiss Army knife. He can play literally just about any position on the field. Landon Arriaga at quarterback. They've got weapons around him. They won the state 7-on-7 championship in Division 3. And Ganados, we'll talk about them in Region 4. But they are a deserving number 1 in my opinion.
Let's start with Region 1. 2A Division 1, Region 1. And obviously West Texas. As far as realignment is concerned, not a ton of movement.
No, you lose Stinnett, West Texas, but other than that, you've got your Panhandle district, you've got your 2 Lubbock area districts, and you've kind of got your Concho Valley, kind of Permian Basin district there in District 4.
Also of note, there are only 2 teams in this region that won 10 games last year. Only 2. Ozona, who
lost in the first round,
lost in the first round and lost running back Christian Villarreal, and New Home, who went 10-3 last year and got pretty hammered by graduation this past year. So Region 1 feels really interesting. Post, I think, is the favorite in region in District 3, and in my estimation, I would install them as an early favorite in the region.
I would agree. They got 8 starters back on both sides of the ball, plus their JV was 7-2, which you're like, okay. Just the fact they had a JV at that level that played almost 10 games means they're going to have, for that level, good depth. And Post, when 2024 was 13-1. Typically, they usually have good athletes for West Texas. Landon Garcia, excellent quarterback. I agree. I think Post is in District 3 the team to beat, and probably one of the 2 teams to beat in the region.
The other question would be, how do you sort out District 1? Because that is where you've got Panhandle and Spearman.
They're the top 2 teams.
The top 2 teams. The rest of the district, I think, is going to be kind of fighting for those final playoff spots.
Yeah.
But it does look like, at least Panhandle and Spearman, it feels like they're going to be the teams to there's going to be a really fun district championship match between those two.
Last year, Panhandle was my pick to not only win the region, but go to AT&T Stadium with Broxton Robinson, and they took a step. They were disappointing, to say the least. They did not. I think they got beat in the first round of playoffs last year.
Second. They beat a team in the first round. I've got this here. They lost to Cisco 21-20.
Okay, second round. But
Big damn Lobos. We'll get to them.
Spearman, they got hot late. They have 8 starters back on both sides of the ball. They went to the regional semifinals last year. They got hot. I like the Lynx a lot. I think Spearman, they showed me something last year in the first round of the playoffs when they upset. They pulled an upset over someone. I was at the game, and they pulled an upset in the first round of the playoffs. They got a chance to be really, really good with the 8 starters back making the regional semifinals.
They beat New Deal in the first round of the playoffs. Do you know who beat Post in the first round of the playoffs? Was Panhandle.
Yeah, Panhandle beat Post.
That was a weird first round matchup. I think like tiebreaker situations that ended up being like.
Yeah, Post I think was finished second or third in the district.
So region overall, when I take a look at Region 1, District 1 is going to be kind of probably the strongest district overall. But I do look at District 3 with Post, New Home, and New Deal. A lot of it just depends on how well New Deal and New Home kind of reload. After
you think New Home with that kind of the growth in Lubbock area would be a little bit more equipped to reload quickly. District 2 is really interesting because you've got Farwell, 13 starters back. Hale Center's got a lot of team speed. They were really, really good in Division 2 last year and got stunned in the first round. Remember Bovina beat them in the first round of the playoffs last year? They're moving up. They bring back 7 starters on both sides of the ball. So we'll see how they handle things. Then you go to District 4, and you've got Ozona, who had the 10-1.
Again, it's like
I think they lost. They lost Christian Villarreal, and I think he
was such a force for them.
I think Sonora with their 16 starters back is probably the team to beat in this district. I think that 4th place battle in District 4 is going to be a lot of fun between Ballinger, Christoval, and Reagan County. I think could be the year that Ballinger starts to tick back up. I got Ballinger actually sneaking into the playoffs in that last spot. Forsyth was also very young last year. They're going to be a lot better as well.
Okay. So now, Matt, I've been waiting for like 5 months to have this conversation.
Okay.
You may remember in the last alignment, 2A Division 1 Region 2 was kind of like the shrug region. Now, it ended up being dominated by Hamilton. But like you looked up and down that region and you're like, boy, it's just like a bunch of teams that like maybe on the right day they can get hot and win the region, but it's like it's Italy's and it's Axtell's and it's before we knew what Hamilton was.
Frankston
and all these
Price
teams.
Carlisle. It's like Dr. Jamie Harrison just said, okay, we're going to.
He heard us. There's no other way about it because now they have assembled a Frankenstein's monster of like the most fun region you could possibly have. Region 2, I'm not kidding, went from the most like respectfully no-name region to the banger of all bangers.
Loaded, man. There's so many good football teams in this region.
It's great, and they came from all over, okay?
Yes.
So you have teams that were there before, specifically like Axtell and like DeLeon and Alvord, and they got to be thinking, what in the world?
Yeah.
Because you add in Cisco moving over from Region 1. You add in Mason moving over from Region 4.
Yep.
You add in Munster, the 2-time defending 2A Division 2 state champs who move up.
You add Brady from 3A dropping down.
You add in Hawley, who was in Region 1 last year. You add in San Saba, the Armadillos from Region 4. It is like when realignment came out, this region, it hits you square in the face. It's so funny.
Would you like to hear a couple of just first-round playoff matchups here? I mean, Axtell and San Saba, DeLeon and Alvord, Tioga Hawley,
First round.
Brady and Bosqueville, Munster and let me tell you, Anson. I got Anson 4th in District 5. Might be the best 4th place team in the state in 2A Division 1.
They're gonna be really good,
legitimately good. But the problem is District 5 will start at the top.
Yeah.
District 5's loaded. The big country is loaded. The big damn Lobos from Cisco.
They're back.
12-2 last year. 8 starters back on both sides of the ball. This is a senior class that everyone in Cisco said would bring it back. Folks, Cisco is absolutely loaded. I think DeLeon, they're going to be outstanding. They bring a ton back from a 3rd-round playoff team. We've talked about Hawley. They're going to be really good. And you got Anson. I think Anson was 8-4 last year. They've got back 14 starters, and I've got them 4th.
District 5's crazy. District 5's crazy. Okay.
Poor Abilene TLC.
Okay.
Oof. Sorry, guys.
Mason.
We're going District 7. We're just.
We'll go in order. District 6. You got Munster. Munster, of course, the 2-time defending state champs in 2A Division 2, moving up to 2A Division 1.
A lot of questions.
They lose that dude. They lose Casey Carney.
But Brady Carney, that guy is a ball coaching jack. He has found ways to reload Munster year after year. Are they going to be down? Probably. But they're still going to be very, very good. Tioga lost a really good senior class, but I love Zach Birdwell as well. Alvord was a district champ last year. They've got a state championship head coach in Matt Fanning. They were good at 7-on-7. They impressed us as well. I think, those 3 teams I think are on paper all very, very evenly matched. I give the edge to Munster just because of that championship pedigree.
Mason. Let's go to District 7. Okay. Is the Puncher Dome going to be open?
Yes, it will be. It will reopen. Coach Wade Griffin has been sending me updates.
Okay, it's over then.
Yeah,
it's over.
By the way, they also bring back 17 starters from a regional finalist,
and they're going to be so good up front. They're going to be really good. And all those great Mason teams, that's where it starts. They're just like, we're just going to kick your ass up front. That's what I think Mason's about. I'm excited about this Mason team. I think that was my one. Strange to say. My one question is, do they got the Puncher Dome magic? Because they haven't been able to.
No, they've been playing there, but it's been weird.
It's been weird.
Deer blind press box.
Now it's back.
The roof is back. The Puncher Dome.
And they're back.
I need to go see the new Puncher Dome.
Although San Saba, I'm very interested in them too. I'm very interested. A fascinating team.
29 Letterman returning for Andreas Aguirre's ball club. That's a lot of depth. Brady loses a lot of their skill guys. They were a 3A Division 2 playoff team. They're dropping down, but they're going to be good up front. Johnson City had a great ball club last year. Johnson City only graduated 5 seniors. They're going to be a lot better. So, very good district in District 7.
District 8 is kind of like the teams. They're like we've been here the whole time. Like, what are you doing? And it starts with Axtell, who has. I will make him the inaugural recipient of the Dudes Rock. Levi Leathers.
Yeah, best quarterback in the region.
Axtell quarterback Levi Leathers, Dudes Rock.
Yeah. 11-2 last year, 7 starters back on both sides of the ball. They're going to be you will have to go through Axtell at some point. They've been knocking on the door the last 2 years. If Cisco probably in Mason had been in line of this region, I think you would probably take Axtell as the regional champ. This is a loaded region.
It's a loaded region.
Axtell, they may be hard pressed to get to Thanksgiving weekend. I mean,
just because of the way it breaks.
A second round matchup against DeLeon is no fun.
It is just very funny, and as I noted in the magazine, that they went from kind of the anonymous region to having more top 20 teams than any other region.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Jamie Harrison. Okay, over to Region 3. A lot to talk about here, but there is one district that screams out at you when you look at Region 3, and it's District 12.
Oh, yeah.
District 12, 2A Division 1 is absolutely loaded, so much so that I would be pretty surprised if the regional champion didn't come out of here.
Well, it's come out of there the last 5 years.
And that conversation,
and
starts with Joaquin. And this year, we have decided not to fall for it. We had decided not to fall for it. We have the number 3 in the state. And, by the way, it's not just for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty loaded. They bring back 14 starters from a team that played for a state championship a year ago, and a team that now, at the very least, believes that they are going to be in every single game that they play. That, to me, is the difference, is that they are now entering year 3 of being the team you don't want to play in the playoffs. And
playoff Joaquin.
And that's why I think that's what makes them dangerous. They bring back Cooper Bragg. They've got tons of playmakers. I like this team. We're not falling in the trap. I like them, but they'll have to get past a pretty loaded district, dealing with St. Augustine, dealing with Garrison, dealing with I think a resurgent Timpson team. Mm-hmm. District 12 is pretty clearly the power nexus of Region 3.
And it has been. I mean, you talk about, in Timpson, they had Terry Bussey, and then the last couple of years with...
I'm sorry, Shelbyville. I didn't even mention Shelbyville.
Yeah, Shelbyville's been really good the past. It's going to be an interesting district for sure. It's the best district in Region 3.
If there is a party crasher that can kind of break up the District 12 party, I think it's probably Carlisle. I think it's probably Price Carlisle. 14 starters back from a team that got hot late, that entered the playoffs as kind of an also-ran, and then they made it to Thanksgiving weekend and lost to eventual state champion Hamilton in a pretty competitive game. A team that got better as the season went on. That's a team I'm buying some stock in. I think Carlisle's got some juice, but that is, to me, I think it's got to go through District 12.
Yeah, I mean, District 11 has typically been good. There's a lot of questions in District 11.
Yeah.
Beckville, Wascom, Elysian Fields, all graduated pretty heavy. Paul Pewitt brings a lot back, but they haven't really been a team that's been a contender in recent years. So a lot of questions in District 11. I think Elysian Fields loses Nunu Kennedy, and that he was the guy last year for them. I think Beckville has enough. I just don't to win the district. I just don't know if they're a regional contender, and it's kind of the same in District 9. You go to District 9, and Honeygrove has been kind of that team with Rylan Morris the past couple of years. He's graduated. Cooper's got a new coach. I think they may be the team to beat with 8 starters back on both sides of the ball. Wolf City lost their great running back. He graduated and went to Kansas State. They also lost their head coach. Coach Smithy went down to Victoria. So lots of questions in the other districts. I think I would not be – we had a district – I think it was District 12 last year, rematch in the regional final. Would not shock me to see that again. I think the best teams in the region all reside in District 12.
So over to Region 4. And I'll just tell you, if you want to get out, I don't know if you're like a calendar person or if you're like a planner person or if you just plug it into your phone, that's fine, whatever it is. But October 16th, you are busy. Because October 16th is Shiner at Ganado. And that's just what you're doing that night. That's just what you're doing that night. That's the biggest game in the state. That will be the number one.
I might take the day off and just drive down.
Barring something unforeseen along the way for both of those teams, that will be the number one draft pick on Tepp and Stepp that week. There's a spoiler for you. Because this is number one. It will be number 1 versus number 2. They are in the same district, District 15, 2A, Division 1. Now, we talked about Ganado and what they bring back. Shiner did not have a boring offseason.
No.
Shiner had some losses. They are obviously moving up to Division 1. That's part of it. They do have Quincy Jones.
They do. They have 13 other starters. 27 lettermen returning.
But they lost some key pieces in the offseason.
They lost some key pieces, and then they lost one of their better returning players who transferred over to Cuero. Jarvis Williams will be eligible at Cuero. Be excited to see what he does in Green. It's a big loss for the Shiner Comanches, and no, Ray Gates does not have any eligibility left.
No.
He is coaching at North Texas, no eligibility left.
Yeah, but now he's out of the high school game. He could at the very least go for it and not make the UIL mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no
another team in that district that we're not Kennedy Lions.
Yeah, they were one of the surprises of the year last year.
Best season since 1978 last year. Jericho Jackson at quarterback, Dylan Russell at receiver.
They were at 7-7.
They were. I mean, Weimer's District 15 for a 2A Division 1 district, tons of depth. Weimer's a really good team, and they're going to be a dangerous 4 seed because you go down to this District 16.
No,
we talk about Refugio, but I think this is a rebuild.
We've kind of hinted at it.
They're an institution in South Texas.
Of course,
I still think they're going to win the district.
Because I think I just don't
The
think
district's not that great.
Not that great.
But I don't know how far the playoffs.
I don't think
I think they're in a total
in talking with folks in that part of the world. The word on the street is that Refugio's in a down cycle right now.
Only 3 starters back
Yes.
total. 3 starters.
Correct. Now, 2 teams on an up cycle that are going to meet in probably a District 13 2A Division I title game. Rosebud Lot and Thorndale.
Thorndale is 10 starters back on 20 starters returning for Thorndale from an 8-win team last year, back-to-back area round team. If you're looking for a team to dream on outside of District 15, I think it's Thorndale, but then Rosebud Lot.
Rosebud Lot's really good.
9 starters on offense, 7 on defense back. They're going to be really good. Granger has been a powerhouse at the Division II level recently. They were 12-1 last year. They're moving up. I think they're still going to be a good team. I got them third in that district. Then you got kind of that Highway 6 battle. Marlin and Hearn might be an interesting game. It could be for the last playoff spot.
Yeah.
Also, Hearn head coach Jeff Rogers was the head coach at Marlin last year. So a little juiciness there, that Highway 6 rivalry.
Storylines there.
Yeah.
All right, Matt Stepp, give me your 2A Division I regional picks.
Oh, we didn't talk about District 14 at all.
Centerville
and Jewett Leon. Jewett Leon had a great year last year. Lost a lot. It's kind of weird seeing seeing Lovelady in Region 4 throws me off a little bit.
Can I tell you though, when I look at District 14, I see 4, well, no 5. I see a 5-team race of all tightly packed teams. Centerville, Corrigan, Camden, Jewett Leon, Iola.
Yeah, Jewett Leon graduated heavy. I think it opens the door back up for Centerville. I think Corrigan, Camden, they've been in the playoffs 29 of the last 30 years.
I don't think Groveton I think got an opportunity to make some noise too.
And then Lovelady's been a very good team. They have a new coach. They're going to be very young. Groveton does return 17 starters.
They're just really thin. Like that's the issue on Groveton.
Even Iola moves up from Division 2 to Division 1. They went to the 3rd round last year. So this is a better district than you think. I just don't know if there's a true regional contender.
I think that's exactly right. Speaking of regional contenders, Matt Stepp, give me your regional title picks and state champion in 2A Division 1.
Region 1, I'm going to go Post over Spearman.
Okay.
Region 2, I am going to go Cisco over Mason. Region 3, I'm going to go San Augustine over Joaquin.
Oh.
I think it gets reversed this year. Last year, San Augustine beat Joaquin in the regular season. Joaquin got them into playoffs. I think it's reversed this year. Joaquin wins the regular season matchup. San Augustine wins the playoff matchup. And in Region 4, I'm going to go Ganado over Shiner.
Okay.
And then at state, give me Ganado over Cisco and what will be a fun state championship game.
2 big crowds.
Yeah.
Those are crazy fan bases. All right. Region 1, I like Post.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Post. Oh, do I want to do something silly?
Uh-oh. Get weird Tepper over here.
Okay. Here is what my brain says. My brain says Mason. Okay?
All right.
But that's not what my mouth's going to say.
Okay.
Because I'm going to speak with my heart.
Okay.
Give me Axtell.
Okay.
Give me Levi Leathers. Give me Axtell.
The beautiful hair of Craig Horn.
Give me I like Axtell in Region 2.
Okay.
Give me... I kind of like what you're saying about St. Augustine. You might have convinced me. Although I'm not picking against Playoff Joaquin. Give me Playoff Joaquin.
Okay.
Playoff Joaquin in Region 3. And I like Ganado in Region 4.
Okay.
And a state championship game, give me Ganado over Axtell
Okay.
in the title game.
That sounds fun.
I'm into that. I get into that. So there is a brief look at 2A, Class 2A Division 1, 2A Division 2, and Class 1A.
How long did we go?
Oh, God. Who could possibly know?
You guys went for an hour and 5 minutes.
Sick.
That's not terrible for 2 classifications.
I was going to be honest. Yeah, everyone should be about 45 minutes from here on out, with the exception of 6A. 6A will be a beast because we do every district. Let's go to Vianney Moreno to find out what Vianney Moreno wrote down.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Vianney.
You guys,
Were we funny today?
No, we were pretty nerdy.
you guys
we
were pretty on
nerdy
track.
today,
You guys were nerdy. It felt like it feels like football is back.
Yeah, it does.
Are you a true believer?
Oh, in Cover
At the
Zero?
beginning?
CoverZeroAnalytics.com.
Yeah, repent if you do not
Repent.
subscribe to Cover Zero.
Step drop-ins during 1A.
Yeah.
We love those. I wrote down found his way to Wink.
Oh, Kamid Fashon. Fashon, where he's from somewhere in Louisiana.
From the Bayou.
From the Bayou. And he found his way to Wink. And if you don't know where Wink is, go west and then keep going. Like, yeah.
Stepp getting choked up about Quana and Big Sandy, of course.
Yeah.
Stepp.
Love the idea of you just like tearing up at the thought of the Quana Indians. Just be like,
And then Stepp
These
saying
guys.
it could be you. The team could be you. When we were talking about Hamilton.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could be the next official team of Tep and Step.
Be you.
It's open.
Just invite us
'Cause-
out for
'cause-
a random
or-
Thursday
'cause
week
that's the
one
thing.
game.
I will say, with respect to our friends in Hamilton, once they won the state championship,
That's
I
it.
think we have to let them go.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
we have to set them free.
We have to send them back to their home planet.
We have to
That's
send
it.
them, like you
Put
don't
it in
need us
the-
anymore.
Mm-mm.
You don't
No.
need us anymore. We served our purpose, and now we are
To let you leave the nest.
we are looking for our. If you love something, you let it go. We are looking for a new official team of Tep and Step.
Mhm.
We can be bought. You know, that's absolutely in the cards.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, that's about it. We will have another episode of Tep and
We're
Step.
back. We are back every week until Christmas.
You are
pretty much.
listening. You are listening to us right now on Tuesday.
Tep and Step Tuesday.
Guess what? Guess what? For 1 week only, we got Tep and Step Thursday too. That's
What?
right.
What? Hold up. This is breaking news. Can we get a breaking news sounder?
It is our 3A preview will come
A
to you
special Thursday edition of Tep and Step.
in your podcast feed and on video.
Can the
on
people handle two
Thursday-
Tep
Get
and
it,
Steps in 1 week?
nerds.
Thursday, July 30th. It'll be on tape. I'll be at the beach, and I
Mm.
won't, so I won't know what happened.
Definite nerd
Where are you going?
activities.
Gulf Shores.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is the cast off?
The cast came off. Max's cast came off. If you didn't know, Max broke his arm.
Back in the pool.
Well, I'm just going to throw him in the pool and be like, "You live here now." Yes. So we're back. We're going to the beach, and Tep and Step is back. So we have got
So back.
next Thursday. I'm sorry, this coming Thursday,
Yeah.
the 30th. You can watch the 3A preview. That's going to do it for us. Thanks to V&A Marino for putting up with us. Step, thanks for your courage. Talk to you Thursday on Tep and Step.
Bye.